Hey, shots fired. I'm in my camouflage, y'all. I'm doing life in camouflage today. And you're going to find out why in a minute. There's some shots fired. For real. Shots fired. Not real for real shots fired, but shots been fired. Hey everybody, I'm Sean and welcome to um, Life Spelled Out. This is where we kind of talk about life and the things that we are dealing with on a daily basis. Primarily, right now, we're talking about those that are winning um, in regards to depression. And I say winning because if you're still here, you're winning. So you can watch a couple of videos prior to this one so you can kind of see what we're doing. But in a nutshell, I'm about to be 49 on November 30th. Oh my gosh, that happened quick. Just yesterday, I was 16. I don't know what happened. Where did the time go? But for my birthday, I decided to make videos for 30 days and kind of do like I don't know, like a video journal, video diary or whatever, and specifically around depression because that's something that I'm winning in. Some days are better than others, but at the end of the day, I win. You know. So today, of course, we want to do life spelled out, and this is what we're talking about today. We spell out the word life, so of course, you already know the L is always going to be living because, in spite of whatever it is that we go through, the things that we encounter, whether they're good or bad, we got to keep on living, and we just got to learn to cope. And it helps us to be stronger, helps us to be wiser, and it helps us to be better, right? All right, so we're going to get down into this. Do y'all like my camouflage? Me too. And my pearls. These are my grannies. These are my granny's pearls, and these are my granny's pearls. So right now, and this is my dad's. Army strong, and so are you. You're strong too. So that makes me feel kind of good. I feel like I got them with me right now while I'm doing this thing. All right, so for today, we're spelling out life. So you already know the L is for living. I is going to be including. The F is going to be fighting, fighting. And the E is everything, everyone, and even everywhere. Now, I don't mean physical fighting. Don't go out trying to fight nobody. All right, that's not what this video is about. When I'm saying fighting, I mean if you suffer from depression, it's like every day is a fight. Some days it's a fight just to get out of the bed. It's a fight just to, get up and kind of comb your hair and take a bath and do the daily things that you need to do for your body. It's difficult sometimes to go to work. Yesterday we talked about some of the signs of depression, and one of the main things is just social isolation. You don't want to be around nobody. You don't want to go anywhere. So again, it's living, including fighting everyone, everything, and everywhere. In your life, you are going to have to fight, like it or not. Be strong. Put your big girl drawers on or your big boy drawers on and do it. It is what it is, right? So, what are we talking about here? So, y'all already know that I've been off of work for a couple of weeks. I've missed church for a couple of weeks. I am a lupus survivor as well as diabetes and high blood pressure. And on top of all that crap, I'm a depressed sister at times. I am clinically depressed and I have my moments. Well, the last 2 weeks have been my moments. So today was my first day back to church. It was a struggle. Of course, I had insomnia. You already know I've been doing that. I did go to bed about 6 o'clock, and then I had to get right back up to be at church. Church starts at 11. Needless to say, I was late for the house of the Lord, but I was there. But glad I said that because I want to share what happened today. But before I do, I want to be very, very, very clear. Don't use this video or the words that I say to justify any behaviors, engagements, or non-engagements of yourself. If you can't read between those lines, if you're a person that don't go to church, don't use this as an excuse to say, see, that's exactly why I don't go to church. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you think you might even do that, please press stop on the video and move to the next video, because this video ain't for you. Boo. I want to talk to people who suffer from depression or have to just fight in general. And I want to share with you something personal that happened to me. Don't use this as an excuse. That's the disclaimer. We good? High five. Turn to your neighbor and say, don't be messy with this video. Tell them, neighbor, don't be messy with this video. Ain't nobody here, but I did it. Okay, y'all know I'm special. So, all right, so we're talking about living, including fighting, everyone, everything, everywhere. So the first thing I want to talk about is I got up. I went to bed at 6 something. I got a couple hours of sleep. I went ahead and did get up and started, getting dressed or whatnot. Everything went pretty good, but I mean, I was already sleepy because I didn't sleep, so it was a struggle. But I was determined and I fought. I said, I don't care what happens or what doesn't. I'm going to church today. And I did. I'm very proud of myself. So I was already late. But I went ahead and I got there. I drove through the park to the parking lot. I just got in, and the parking attendant welcomed me or whatever, and they were trying to give me some directions on where to park. And I work at the church. I forgot to say that part. I work there. So because of that, we do have like certain sections that where the workers actually park. So they were just kind of talking to me and saying that it might be full back there because hey, I was 30 minutes late. But anyway, I stopped the car to get the instructions, and as soon as I let the window down, one of the gentlemen in the parking lot says, "You late." I had to pause because my mama said if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. He didn't mean any harm in his defense. He didn't. But the timing on that was not good. I struggled just to get there. And the first thing, and I'm excited. I'm actually excited to be back. And the first thing that happens to me on the church ground is, you late. That's the obvious, bruh. So why am I even sharing that with you? Because, y'all, we need to be careful when we're talking to people. Just say, hi, how you doing? I hope you have a wonderful day. We need to be careful. Why? Because you don't know what that person is going. That poor man, I really believe if I go back and tell him, hey, bro, let me tell you what's been going on with me, I think it would probably make a grown man cry. He didn't mean any harm. But the fact is, I had to fight through that. And I'm not, hey, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But for me, I'm like, I could just turn this car around and go back to the crib. Like, take my bra off, put on my pajamas, and call it a day. I didn't do that. And to be honest with you, I wasn't going to do that. I said, you know what, bro? You're right about that. I am. But you know what? I'm here. And I'm so glad to be here. And I smiled. And I went on parked in my park. But do you see what I'm saying? So be cautious when you're talking to other people. This is not a one-way kind of thing where I'm just talking about the depressed person and woe is me and I'm a victim. No, it's two sides of it. So if you are a person that does suffer with depression, you also cannot be like no whiny baby. You got to have some tough skin. Put your camouflage on, whether it is invisible or not. You've heard the quote that I always wear an invisible crown. That's true because I am a queen indeed to the day I die. But in addition to that, put on your camouflage too, baby, because you got to fight. You got to fight. So I fought, went parked, went on into the church, and I'm very excited and I'm happy because I'm like, look at you, devil. You didn't win. You thought you was going to get me and get me all in my feelings. Kiki, do you? Okay. Yeah, I get off point. You thought you was going to get me, devil, but you didn't. I'm riding today and I'm going to church. So I did, went on in. I didn't want, I'm late, so I'm not going to go in the front or nothing like that. So I just went to the back row, sat my little cute purse down, was about to sit myself down, and one of the sisters came and she kind of gave me, the church hug. Hey, how are you? And in my mind, I'm expecting her to say, hey, we've missed you. I haven't seen you. So, that ain't what she said. You know what she said? I am the church secretary, office manager. That's what I do part-time, and I love it. I've been blessed to do that, and I think I was called to do that because everybody can't do it, and that's the truth. It's the people sometimes. Sorry. She church hugged me and said, now, do you still work at the church? Is the light still on? Do you have Sunday programs, ma'am? Ma'am, are you still getting the text messages? Are you still watching the Facebook? Like, in my mind, there's so many things going on in my mind. Yes, I am. See the cheese? It looks so genuine. It's not. This is that cheese that says, girl, I got some things I want to say right now, but I'm not. The Lord's been too good to me because I'm the church. I made it and I fought through, and I'm going to fight through you too. Then she says, oh, well, it wasn't me that was asking. Somebody asked me, so that's why I was asking you. Girl, bye. Bye. You think that's bad? Or am I doing too much? Because I don't think I'm doing too much. I've been gone for 2 weeks, bro. And it was a struggle for me to get here. And I know that's not your problem. But again, you got to fight through the things that people say. Does she mean harm? Now, the first guy, I said no. I don't think he really meant any harm. But that one, I don't know. I was good until she said, well, somebody asked me. Every time somebody come to me with somebody else said something, I don't believe them. I don't believe them worth the darn. I don't. It gets worse. Yeah, then somebody said, hey, well, but before I say this, let me remind y'all, I ain't been inside the sanctuary 5 minutes. I'll wait. Anyway, do you know somebody said, well, are you and your husband still together? You and your husband still together? Do y'all even talk to each other? Do y'all drive in separate cars to church because y'all don't even talk to each other? Girl, if you don't get out my face. Y'all, I know y'all probably think I'm making this stuff up, but I'm really not. This is really happened. I had those 3 incidents. You're late. Do you still work here? And are you still with your husband? Girl, just because my husband is not here does not mean I'm not with my husband. I just celebrated 10 years. We done struggled and went through hell and back, and we finally at a good place. What is you talking about? Now, I want to be clear. I feel great today. I am in a great mood. I'm feeling very blessed. I'm feeling powerful and strong. So don't misinterpret this message. Because a lot of times when people find out that you may have like a little chemical imbalance or you deal with depression, do you know they veto some of the things that you say and feel? Like, some people will maybe watch this and say, oh, she's doing too much. It wasn't that serious. Yes, it was. Because I'm already struggling with some stuff. Already. It was a struggle for me to get here. What am I saying? 2 things for 2 different people. Depression, people that suffer from depression, you fight. Put on your invisible camouflage and be ready at all times. But don't be ugly to people because you lose your blessing. Do your smile. Right. Talk through your teeth. Talk through the smile. Like, I am not going to stop this. You got to do that. You do. Because if you don't, you know they're going to turn that thing around and it's going to be you and you're the issue and all this kind of stuff. For people who do not suffer with depression, you don't understand how that goes and it doesn't really make sense to you and you're so spiritually holy, you just feel like if you saved, you shouldn't feel that way. Shame on you, baby. Shame on you, because this is the real world. And no matter how spiritual you are, I love the Lord and he heard my cry. But I still suffer from depression. So, for those that are depressed, be on guard and be ready and be prayed up. Those that don't suffer, watch what you say to people. Be mindful that that person could have gone through hell and back to get to church, to get to work, to get to Walmart, to get to the post office. So be careful how you talk to people. That makes sense? We're living, but sometimes our living includes fighting. It includes fighting things like depression, people. I didn't fight her physically, but she was a struggle for me. He was a struggle for me today. And I had to make sure that I wasn't defeated. I had to use the word F because we are trying to spell out life. So that was the F word that I used for today. Not an F word, but you know what I mean. It's more like just don't be defeated. Don't allow those things to defeat you. But we got to fight people. We have to fight things. And sometimes we have to fight even within ourselves. So pray. Do meditations. When you drive into work tomorrow, sit in the car for a little bit. And this is what I call it. Get your mind right. Because you don't know what you're going to, hit when you get in there. And boy, it seems like people really hit you when you're down, doesn't it? But you are more than a conqueror, my friend. So you fight. Put on your invisible camouflage. If you got some of your granny pearls, put them on too if it make you feel good. All right? All right, I love y'all. And I thank you that you ride this ride with me every day. This is day 4. Oh my gosh, tomorrow is day 5. So I'll see you. Did y'all see me? Oh, I can't even edit it out. That's a 6. I know how to count. Tomorrow is day 5. And I look forward to talking to you. Remember, you got to fight. Put on your invisible camouflage and fight for yourself. Don't go out and hit nobody. That just means don't allow yourself to be defeated. All right? Just remember, just like Oprah Winfrey in The Color Purple, all your life, you got to fight. All right, y'all. Peace out. I see you tomorrow.